Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode at the Red Barn. This one is going to be exhausting. Gotta make a mount, gotta make a mount. I had this one, which I essentially finished. Well, almost finished. This mounted to the top boss of the Boxster trans, and then I was going to make these little tabs, and then one of my buddies, Robert, Mr. Black Rivets Are Required Robert, stopped by and said, yeah, no, that doesn't look good. And that gets in my head, and then I start looking at it and realize he's right, it didn't look good. It was too busy. There was too many pieces to accomplish the job. So I'm going to try something different. And so this is just a little cardboard template that is going to bolt to that same location and come up and get welded on here. So I actually am going back to the concept of tying something to these mufflers. And so this is the process. Little Cheerios box. Yeah, Cheerios box. Good cardboard stock. I just trim, this is split in half so I could just keep rotating each piece out until I got the fit I wanted. And then I just taped them together. And then I used some graph paper and mark up some dimensions to verify measurements. And I had earlier started a design, and now I just translate the paper drawing, translate these dimensions into it, and come up with what I think is an attractive shape for some of the cutouts. And I'll plasma cut this piece and then tune it as we go, and that'll serve as the rear mount. And I think what I'm going to do is bend it over like right here a little bit, and then that'll serve as a pickup point mount for the base of the heat shield. So I'm trying to do, you know, okay engineering is, you know, one part has one function. Better engineering is one part has two functions. Super cool engineering is, you know, one part has three functions. So I'm going to get to at least good where I've got two functions for that piece. Anyway, I'm going to get this designed up. After working up the design, measuring and coming up with what I think is the right curve set for these exhaust cutouts. That's the angry smiling clown. I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but you know, that's what you won't see it from the back of the car, but if you did, it would be laughing as it was pulling away from you. Anyway, and then yeah, a little plasma table action, and then here's the part. And yeah, you'll see it on the car in a second, but I ended up putting a little brake. This was the design. Put a little bit of a brake on the top of it so it lays over the top of the transition of the pipes. But it fits on there like that. And these aren't the fasteners, but they work for getting it positioned. But anyway, there is what it'll do. And that means everything is fully supported from here forward. And then all I got to do is worry about just supporting this end, the end of the exhaust tip. I did forget one thing, typical me. I forgot to add a boss here for the heat shield mount. So I may be able to drill a hole there, or I may be able to, well, we'll see. Or I may weld something onto the top here and finish it. So I got a tab, so when the heat shield, you know, comes down under here, I have something that reaches through and picks it up. But anyway, there is the rear mount. I like that one best. It looks way better and more purposeful than the bar with the tabs underneath. So of course, Robert, my style guide, is correct again. So now I'm going to just go ahead and get this welded on here and continue down the road. Tacked, and super cool looking. It's funny how when you do videos and you listen to yourself, how often you say stuff like super cool. I say that all the time. But anyway, here's the part, and I'm liking it a lot better than that bar. It's a lot more purposeful, and I sent a picture to Martin about the approach, and so this is going to get welded here, but this does not get welded. I guess there's a thing about welding perpendicular to a tube where parallel with the tube is in grain and is just risks less cracks. So you can see I clearanced, well, maybe you can't see, but there's a little bit of a gap. Try to make it equidistant on both sides, but there's a little bit of a gap between the pipe and this face. And then I'm going to add a tab that'll be hidden down here to support the bottom coming back. So it'll be welded here and it'll be welded on the bottom. And in all, I mean, just those tacks, this thing's going nowhere all of a sudden. But there's the rear mount, and happy with that. But you can see I did take it out for a drive yesterday. Boy, I want to say you can see I got some discoloration going in the pipes, but they're going to get Cerakoted anyway. And like the headers did the same thing. They turned all blue. So I'm assuming this is okay, and when it's coated, it'll take care of it from a looks perspective. I got to get this fully welded, work up the hangers as I said, but I really like that. So rear mount done. Okay, the final welding of the rear mount is all done. Parallel section got the weld. Anything that's not parallel didn't. And then if you look around here, you can see this gusset that runs from the back of the mount up parallel to the exhaust tube there. And while I thought I was going to go ahead and get these tips, the tip mounts finished, the outside mounts finished, I'm not. I'm going to do that in the next episode. As well, for the next episode, I'm working up the design for the heat shield. We're going to try our first hand at annealing a piece of aluminum, so I can sort of shape these. These will cup, they'll be stood off the exhaust tubing, but they'll be cupped around a teeny bit, cupped around here, pushed up a little bit, you know, cupped around here. I don't know what I'm going to do for a design in that area, but it should be pretty cool. So anyway, next episode, exhaust tip, hangers, heat shield, and then this thing will be done. And it actually is done enough to drive around. I'm not going to, you know, take it off-roading or anything, but I'm really happy with how it turned out and can't wait to get it all the way nailed down. So thanks for watching. I appreciate your comments and your subscribing. Look forward to talking to you again next time. And until then, y'all take care. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.